Welcome, Star Wars, and today I'm just going to jump right into this topic because it is a long article, an over-bloated piece of fiction written by some dude named Josiah Armstrong, who is outwardly trying to piss you off. Yes, we have a troll here writing long-ass articles about how your opinion doesn't matter because the truth is the truth and it doesn't give an F what you think. So, let's get into this. The title of the article is called Rescuing Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi from the Clutches of Fanboys. Here we go. He's calling you, all of you people who hate Star Wars Episode 8, a fanboy. Make sense of that, if you will. So, Fanboys vs. Fanboys. That's the subtitle. A lot has been said about Rian Johnson's Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, since its theatrical release on December 15th. Longtime Star Wars movie fans, by and large, loved it. Right. The people who loved it are longtime Star Wars movie fans. They found the story to be true to the nature of the original trilogy, and much like The Empire Strikes Back, a fan favorite full of surprises and revelatory plot points that moved the story in a completely new direction. So, right from the get-go, this guy compares people who loved The Last Jedi to longtime Star Wars movie fans, and compares the movie to The Empire Strikes Back in a positive light. Let's go see what he's going to say about the rest of us over here. But many longtime fans of the Star Wars extended universe, the expansive world of George Lucas's Star Wars captured in novels, comics, television, and video games. So right off, he's comparing everyone who hates the film to people who love the expanded universe. And it's just bullshit reasoning right there. I read the expanded universe, and for a time I liked it, and then it went off the rails as far as I'm concerned. And when Disney bought Star Wars and they said we're going to decanonize the expanded universe, I said that's a great thing. And then they went off the rails 2 movies in, and they did it way worse than the expanded universe ever did. But let's move ahead. I'll just start this paragraph over, and hopefully I can get through it without stopping too much because of this idiot who wrote this. But many longtime fans of the Star Wars extended universe, the expansive world of George Lucas's Star Wars captured in novels, comics, television, and video games, hated The Last Jedi and are even petitioning to have the film removed from the official Star Wars canon. Yes, such a thing does exist. The foundation of the canon is the Skywalker family saga as it is told in movies. Movies are where the young, creative, and ambitious storyteller George Lucas began Star Wars, and movies are where it will all end. There is a group of individuals connected to Lucas's Skywalker Ranch in California who determine, much like the ancient council attached to the Bible, whether or not a particular story makes it in or out of the treasured canon. What the dedicated fanboys of the extended universe seem to have forgotten in light of The Last Jedi's release is that most of the extended universe was removed from the official canon. The current canon consists of the official movies, the Clone Wars, and the Rebels TV series, and any novels, comics, and short stories released in 2014. Fanboys were understandably pissed off about the removal of the majority of the extended universe material from the official canon. What a grossly unbelievable generalization. Most of the people who hated this movie never even heard of the Star Wars expanded universe, or extended universe, or whatever you want to call it. Most of the people who hate it just hated it because it was a bad movie. Had nothing to do with the expanded universe. And enough of the people who knew about the expanded universe didn't mind that they decanonized it. This is ridiculous BS. It's like when a Star Wars movie comes out, all these sycophants come out writing articles as if it's sacrilege to hate a Star Wars film. But let's move on to the next piece of crap paragraph he writes. In true postmodern internet fashion, The Last Jedi has been reduced from a cinematic experience and important piece of the vast Star Wars mythos to just another piece of pop culture to fill our social media news feeds. It has welcomed a series of memes, GIFs, and hashtags, both positive and negative, and as such is a constant reminder of how quickly our screen-obsessed culture believes it can determine the worth or worthlessness of any particular person or thing. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram continue to be useful platforms that are misused or by abusive tools and ego masturbators. I'm sorry, is that the crow calling the raven black? I mean, who's the big ego masturbator here? The one who says, my opinion matters and what I think matters, but not yours. Your opinion doesn't mean jack shit. Wow. Like I said, this guy is writing crap to troll, no doubt about it. All of a sudden it's the fans' fault, and all of a sudden it's social media's fault, and all of a sudden it's no one's fault that has anything to do with making this movie. It's not his fault for writing a stupid article. Wow. I'm just wondering if a 12-year-old wrote this. In 2015, several weeks after the release of J.J. Abrams' Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, I published an article about how Abrams had successfully revived George Lucas's almost untouchable mythology. His almost untouchable mythology. I mean, how much butt does this guy really kiss? And how much did he get paid to write this, I wonder? I made the argument that people bitching about The Force Awakens are basically voices lost under the historical and cultural weight of the sacred Star Wars mythology. Yes, they're voices lost under something, and his is a voice just lost under Disney and Lucasfilm's ass, is what he... Have fun kissing ass, dude. For instance, you may dislike the biblical book of Proverbs and tweet about how terrible it is until you're blue in the face, but it's in the Bible. It doesn't matter if you dislike it. It is sacred scripture, much like the Quran, the Tanakh, the Dhammapada, and the Bhagavad Gita. It doesn't give a shit about your opinion. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I'm here, I have an opinion, and my opinion doesn't give a shit about what you think. That works both ways, and that's why it's pointless even to point out that, it doesn't give a shit about my opinion. Who cares? My opinion is more real than anything that happened in that film. Some viewers of The Force Awakens complained that it was basically a slightly updated mirror image of George Lucas' Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. They said they wanted something new and something different. Well, as many sadly recall, Lucas tried something new and different with his prequel trilogy, and all three films were met with disdain across the board from critics, fanboys, older viewers, and newer viewers alike. Look, dude, I wish I had this dude right in front of my face. You publish something in public domain, you publish something for the public to see, you're publishing it for it to be open to criticism, just like I'm criticizing your article right now. Throwing about ad hominems, attacking the people instead of attacking their claims or the points they're making, should be beneath this website that's publishing this thing, thestake.org. I mean, this article, I'll leave a link to it down below. It's really quite long and bloated, and he's obviously not really worth reading because he doesn't have anything to say. But yeah, I'll encourage you guys to take a look at this tripe. But for now, that's it. This is already a 10-minute video practically, so I'm going to peace out.